This is Victoria, and I want to read this to you. It's about the economy and how that it's dropping so fast. And it says here, the mainstream media seems so surprised that the stock market is crashing. But the truth is that it isn't a surprise at all. In fact, this crash is way, way overdue. If the Dow Jones Industrial Average fell another 10,000 points, stock prices would still be overvalued. And this is written by, what's that guy's name? Doesn't say his name on here. It's Michael something. Yeah, Michael Snyder. And then he says here, shortly after 3 p.m., all hell broke loose on Wall Street. The Dow dropped by more than 800 points in just 10 minutes. At one point on Monday, the Dow was down nearly 1,600 points, but a brief rally cut those losses roughly in half. However, the rally did not last long, and stock prices collapsed hard as the market closed. At this moment, the Dow is already down more than 2,200 points from the peak of the market, and we are not too far from officially entering correction territory. Once stocks start falling, it can trigger a massive rush for the exits, and that is what happened on Monday. In particular, investors started to panic once the Dow broke through the 50-day moving average. Other waves of selling were triggered once the 25,000 and 24,000 barriers on the Dow were breached. In order to protect against losing too much money, many investors have stopped losses set at psychologically important levels. The following comes from Market Watch. It says here, amplifying the slump was computer-programmed trade set to dump shares at certain levels. According to traders, the Dow DJIA minus 4.60% was set to trigger trades once it fell below 25,000 and 24,000, for example, and 2,700 for the S&P 500. Markets almost always go down faster than they go up, and once panic begins to spread on Wall Street, it doesn't take much to create a massive stampede. So what they're doing is they're getting ready to put this one world currency in, and this has been pre-planned, and I really knew, we didn't really have a choice, but I knew that Trump was in on it too. He's an actor. And so what we've got is we have this currency that'll be coming in, and that means the one world government system, which means then the mark will come. And the mark of the beast means that we cannot buy or sell unless we have that mark, which goes in the right hand or in the forehead. And it's excuse me, the scriptures are Revelation 13 through 16 give you an idea of in detail about that. And this is a beast system, Antichrist beast system. A godless world is the one world government, and this is being set up right now, and it's been planned way back years ago. This is planned, and the Economist magazine in the 80s had this projected right on the front page, right on the front cover. So now it's happening, and the gold and silver, according to Miriam Brown's vision, and we have that post if you want to look at that, She said that God told her that God is going to shake America, and that people that have, basically made money their God are going to have an awakening, a shake-up, because God's going to show them that it won't do them any good. And we're already being judged. I have said in other videos that those storms that we just had, Irma and the one over there, Harvey in Houston, those were weather programmed. And we're already in the judgment. We're in the early stages of the judgment. I believe there'll be earthquakes coming. I also have a video, we posted that just before this one, that shows you the projections for this year, the 2018 earthquakes. There's going to be quite a few, they say, and it's because of the slowing down of the rotation of the earth, which causes this. And I believe this is all biblical. I believe this is all part of what God has warned us in Isaiah. He even said that about the shaking. And it's happening. We're in it. And so anyway, the whole point is really to get right with the Lord. Do you know the Lord? This is the time to get close to Him now and surrender yourselves. I pray you know Him, because anything can happen now. Anything. That's why I feel an urgency to be, praying for the lost, and an urgency to post these warnings just to let you know what time it is in case you don't know. And a lot of people don't want to believe we're in the latter days, but we are. We're living the book of Revelation now. This is the reality. And these, first of all, we want to know that God is in full control. This is being allowed. And He gave me a word 2016. He was going to judge the pastors and the rest of everybody for the heavy sin. And so we see that this currency is already projected to come in, and that means they're going to deliberately crash the economy.